I'm going to read from a short story that I wrote like about a year or so ago. I think it was a year, 2 years ago. I can't remember. I have flu. Okay, so like it came like about 2 or 3 days ago. So apologies for this is not going to be my best reading ever. I can guarantee that. But yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Nothing to be sniffed at, though.
Nothing to be sniffed at. No, at all. That's great. He's good. Okay, this is called spitting. They're nothing like rain, those angry, random drops that hit the kid. Even as he hawks into his throat, even as he throws back his arms, lifts his knife and lets it fall. Even as he feels that muffled connection and hears his gasp, gathers phlegm, thrust between teeth. Too thick, too little force, spittle hanging by a thin spider's web tendril, landed on his chest. Mace looks around quick. A dull tattoo of drumming feet, the sharpened sound of wet blasts. He wipes away the misfire, stomps harder, gathers more, and takes another shot. That one catches the kid on the back of his hand, stays there, thick green, translucent like the shattered remains of a crushed snail. He watches the kid shake with the force of their kicks, trying not to think how lifeless he looks, curled and spattered with greenies like that. When the others run, he does too, but only when Warren drags him, Mace sprinting beside them, jostling against their bodies, shaking his head to lose his own stupid thoughts, like the one that tells him spitting is a shit name for rain. Thoughts go on at him, nagging, up in his face, pushing like his friends, quick flashes vivid as daylight. The blood, the kid's yellow mouth and diamond tip eyes, Marshall's fists when he sparks it, trainers coming down like pistons. Then he sees rain, like nothing closer to snow than an actual downpour, and it reminds him of looking up at his shower. First the drops are tiny, far away, and then they are massive looming darts, and he can't see much because they're mist in his eyes. Beyond the shards of falling water, there is grey sky, far away clouds form an endless mass. His eyes close. He thinks the dark will scare him, but it's comforting. He runs like that, listening to the symphony of huff breath, percussive footfalls, the swish of jackets as they pump arms. Mace opens his eyes, they haven't gone far. Turn the first corner, past the sweet shop and butchers, run until they reach the park. Streetlights stutter into life. Night seeps into day like spilt ink. Gather by the big tree, two leant against the trunk, two bent with palms on knees, candy floss breath swirls. Fuck, shit, Warren repeats. Facio, Marshall says, like a reminder. I should have shanked, man, Icy tells, and all at once, Mace feels his stomach roll. No need, fam, he says, standing, finally seeing mud-covered leaves. Sodden, brown as cigars, difficult to tell from the dog shit and litter. Studies his trainers. Blood spatters the front and sides. Oh, fuck. Searching for a dry leaf that meets his needs, wiping. The others laugh, all except Marshall. Get all of that, Marshall tells. 5-0 scoop man up like ice cream if they hold a DNA match. Should have thought of that before we spit on him then, innit? Mace shoots back, alarmed when he sees their faces. Shock, horror. Hadn't thought of that. Idiots, tells himself. Fucking idiots. Don't matter, Icy says. Man tried gas, man, we showed him, innit? Warren rides into full height, a stretching bear. Blue won't allow it. Don't business, Icy pacing, chin tilts towards sky. Man will get murked standard. I know a girl moves with his cousin, Mace says. Full silent. No idea why he mentioned Rusty. For real? Marshall, static, head cocked. Yeah. Iron, leaves, thin stems, veins like human hands. The back of the kid's hand. Spit. They're gleaming spit. Stomach lurches. Mace wraps his arms around the lower half of his body. I see her in JD's the other day with a cousin. Girl must have tried to move to me, innit? Give me digits, everything. Ain't ringing yet. Bella, find where man rolls. Yeah, man. Bile in his throat. Like phlegm. Remembers the taste. Do it quick. Turn towards him. All three shadowed lumps beneath the outstretched arms of the big tree. Mace blinks. Yeah, man, I will. 5-0 might be honest, Warren explains, that there's no need. With the spit ting, Blue's got bare fam in Big House, innit? Bare, Icy's saying. So it's got to be done. Marshall pushes his hands in pockets. All right? A stiff nod. Flip his hood. Check trainers for blood. Leave in 4 directions, like always. Thoughts travel with him even on his short way home, even as he turns on the TV and smokes. Of course they do, innit? That's logic. Mace hates them in the room beside him, open-armed, showing what he doesn't want to see. Hates to watch the kid writhe as though he has epilepsy. Hear the spittle. The kid was small, cocky, bullet head and constant grin. They'd seen him doing his thing for a while. Marshall called him over, had a meet by the big tree. The kid looked into resolute faces, biting his lip, trying not to smile. Marshall said they'd seen him move pills, green, powder. Did he fancy work? They laid down the rules, the kid nodding his bullet head, letting the smile loose, and Mace could see it even then, him doing the mental math, trying to make more out of little. Seemed like a good thing at the time. People said things. How they'd seen him raving with blues boys, a sure sign. How the kid was selling brown after hours on their estate, bad enough. The final insult. Mace's older brother overheard some old cat talk about the quality of the kid's work. Knew it wasn't theirs. They cooked their shit with everything, didn't they? Marshall kicked a hole in Icy's speaker box. Icy vexed but unable to do anything while Mace and Warren eyed each other, knowing it was on. The kid was going to get it, and there was nothing anyone could do to stop that. Marshall thumbed a clutch of notes, laid them on top of the speaker box, and went into the kitchen. Sat at the wonky table, inhaling harsh sips of smoke for over an hour. Mace looks at the ceiling, rolls over, pulling his phone from his jeans, finds her number, dials. Hello? Hearing her smile. What you saying, girl? Mace? I'm cool, man. What you up to? Nothing. Blazing. Watching TV. Lazy boy. Done all my chores, you know them ones. The shaking kid. Mace sighs. Tired, man. You sound it. You need to look after. Trying, man. Don't your girl take care of you proper? Mace laughs, frowning at the phone. Man don't have no girl. Rusty's sigh rattles the tiny speaker, filling his ears. You don't have to lie. I don't. Sleepy knows her, innit? Says she's proper pretty. Everyone says. We broke up. Half laughing, more like a cough. Yeah, right. We did. She don't like what I do. College girl, innit? I don't care about her, you know. I still like you. Swear down, we're done. Long silence. Want me to come over? Rusty says, like a decision. He rolls on his back, grinning. Love that, Mace says. I'd love it. Be there in an hour, right? Safe, man. I live at 53. I know where you live. Later then. See you soon. Cleans the room. Goes to the Moroccan place and buys 2 lamb tagines with couscous, a bottle of Blossom Hill to set the mood. He knows how to treat a woman. When he gets back, Mace can hear the couple upstairs screaming. No one knows why most of the time, they just do it. Sometimes they fight outside his ground floor window and he wakes up to hear brittle slaps. The girl screaming at the top of her voice although he always wonders why she doesn't just run. Leave the guy. Do something. Once he went out and caught them. Girlfriend's mouth open, half scream, boyfriend sheepish, unable to look. Mace screwed the youth hard, disbelieving, said, bruv, man, turned and went inside. Crystal was buried beneath the covers, eyes wide, waiting. He still didn't know what scared her most, the fact he'd gone out there, or that he'd returned hard-eyed, unharmed. Rusty is quicker than an hour. Mace likes that. Stares at his possessions as though she's stock taking. Takes her coat off slow, like a model. Side by side on the bed, nervous and trying to act like they aren't. Mace asks if she'd like to watch a movie, and loves the surprise in her eyes when she says yes, and he heats the food on the stove instead of the microwave. Rusty watches the movie. Mace watches Rusty, dainty, thin-boned, tights and jean skirt, fiery red curls and dark eyes, freckles and wide lips. A thick and expensive green hoodie that buries her, makes her look even smaller. Finishing his food, creeping. Rusty smiles, goes back to the film, resting his chin on her shoulder. Brown legs against black tights. Nice smells, perfume in hers, reminds him of her name. Pressing his lips against her neck, warm. Her size, leaning against him. Arms around her waist, just holding, trying to absorb heat. A tickle of breath. Nuzzle. Searching for Rusty's lips, hearing her laugh and say she has to put down her plate. Kissing. The first time they're alone, even though they've known each other since primary school. The blank television screen, dull lamplight. Weed smoke floats horizontally like faraway clouds. Rusty's skin, soft as sheets, climbs on top, head on chest, still, eyes closed, weighing nothing. May strokes her copper hair, smiles at the tickle of eyelashes. You know Sleepy's cousin, innit? A quick flutter of lashes. Still, I need to move something his way. Go and check him, innit? Low, muffled by his body. Like how? Ain't like I'm his girl or anything. Up west. He works out of one arcade, Macau. Me and Sleepy went up there, Wardle Street. Soho. Cool. Closed eyes, hot breath against his skin. Softness. Wet. Rusty rises to meet him, kissing, lowering herself, gasping. The kids shook. Gasped like Rusty as their feet connected. Mace opens his eyes. Rusty is watching. Are you okay? Nods, grabbing her hard, forces her against him. Sweat, like rain, not spitting. It's a shopping mall, he can see that. Name brand retailers, too harsh light, the trill of Christmas songs. People sprint, coats flailing, drag children by the hand, screaming. He catches himself, screaming. The man pulls his child and looks at Mace with so much fear, he almost takes off running himself. There's a strange noise and the man's head explodes, shards of glistening stuff going everywhere, and the child falls backwards, screaming louder as the man jerks and shudders to the floor. There are more of them, the exploding people. He doesn't want to look, can't stop. Blood and bone, dull thumps, bodies separating. He's sickened, wants to run, and can't do that either. He looks down. A muscled arm shuddering like the bodies, like the kid, he thinks, the trigger depressed on the trigger of the gun held by the hand that isn't his, the hand that's firing into the crowd of shoppers, moving left to right slow and considered like watering plants or pissing like Rambo or some action hero, and he knows that as bizarre as it seems, the hand belongs to him, and he screams at what he's doing as much as the sounds, the pleading, the mechanical stutter of the gun and fairy tale tinkle of spent rounds. Awake, familiar ceiling, sweating, panting, realization, relief. Gulp hard, turn over. The kid. The fucking kid's in bed with him. No, he isn't. It's Rusty. His phone rings, snatching at it. Marsh, the screen says. He jumps out of bed, goes for the toilet, a tiny alcove across the corridor from his room. Famo. Wagwan. Marshal alert, ready for business. I wake you. Yep. Good, you lazy bastard. You talked to her yet? Yeah, man. She's in my room, innit? She come to your hostel, blood? Marshall's high voice. Mace grins. Yeah, blood, I show you she was on it. So where are you now? Crapper. Mace laughing, quiet as he can. Rape man. Marshall whispering on his behalf. Rape man. So she let off? Yep. Macau, Wardour Street, Soho. Sounds like night work. I hear that. We fly down there tonight, yeah? News night. Bless up. Bless. Mace hangs up, takes a piss. 10 p.m. meet. Shouldn't have told Marshall. Should have lied. Habit maybe. Not sure. Even so, 10 gives him time. In the toilet until Rusty gets tired. Knocks. Mace says he's busy. He'll be out in a minute. Sits in the dark, another 20. Night streets and shoppers, Christmas lights overhead like falling stars, exhaust clouds and a steady hum of people. Mace walks from the station, hood up, hands in pockets. Pedestrians sidestep, create space. He lets the hood fall, tries not to notice the trajectory of their footsteps, stung when it makes no difference. Raises the hood again, feeling like they know. The ancient arcade, 100-watt bulbs and low grind that fools no one, is almost empty inside. Mace remembers his brother saying these places heaved with kids and arcade games once upon a time. Now it's Deal or No Deal, fruit machines, poker, blackjack, Tekken 3, and all the other shit you can play at home. Their clique is where he expects them, at the back, 3 white Breas, an Indian Brer and Blue, leaned up against the change booth. Everyone stiffens when they see him. The Indian wants to kick off right away. Mace knows the type, reminds him of Warren. Bullish, 6+, eyes dark like tree rings, probably muscle. Still, that could be any one of them. No Smurfs in this bunch. Mace, borderline grateful when Blue holds up a hand, stops them. Remembers, this guy's the enemy. Blue moves forwards. Tall and wide, parchment skin, curiosity. Mace, right? Blue says. Yeah? Almost embarrassed, exposed by ceiling lights reflected in red and white square linoleum. Blue takes closer stock, frowning. Brave man. Stupid. Better that time, like a statement. What, can we chat? Blue looks around behind him, arms outstretched. Alone. Outside. Another curious look, walks without words, Mace following. The enemy leant against arcade doors as though he's been there all night. Thanks, Mace says, for not rushing, man. You're not stupid enough to come try nothing on your own. Nah, I'm not. So what's the deal? Blazer. Feels weird saying the kid's name, barely used it, hated him on sight. You know he was playing us both? Shot him for Marsh and me. Yeah, man. Marsh thinks you done it on purpose. Thinks you're trying to get over. So? Hard eyes, body tense, poised. Mace gulps air. He's coming. 10 tonight. Here. Who told him I was here? Blazer. Steady eye contact. We fucked his shit up. Sure did. Blue Hawks firing at the pavement. Man G'd you lot, you know. Government names, everything. All of you. A small cloud escapes his lips, flies away. When? Last night? So lay low. Fucked. They're fucked. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Nice, yeah? Mace raising his fist. Blue screws him like he's crazy, shakes his head and daps him anyway. Goes inside. Mace turns just as he feels that gentle touch, cold and sudden, against his face. Lifts his head. Spitting. Smiles at the clouds. Flips his hood. Heads for the underground. Thank you.